Hello everyone, I am Ritika Tuskar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in the course of Artificial Intelligence, we will discuss about Unit 3. So Unit 3 is based on knowledge representation and reasoning. So where in today's lecture we will discuss about the introduction to the fuzzy logic, okay? And also we will discuss about the crypt logic. So first point is what is fuzzy logic?
Today we will learn about the basic concept of a fuzzy logic. So the concept of fuzzy logic, and to understand the fuzzy system, we should familiar ourselves with the different terminologies. So we will explain the different terminologies related to the fuzzy logic. So the first is what is a fuzzy logic. So in fact, the fuzzy logic is a language, we can say more precisely, is a mathematical language like any language you know. So this language is also used to express the something which is meaningful to others. So it is a language. This means that it has a grammar, it has its own syntax, the meaning like language for communication. The language is English. So now fuzzy logic, there are many mathematical languages we know. So one language is called as a relational algebra, which is based on the operations on set. Okay. So there are some mathematical languages present in a fuzzy logic, relational algebra. That is, we called it as a operations on set, Boolean algebra, operations on Boolean variables, predicate algebra. In that, the operations on well-formed formulas, also called as a predicate proposition. So in relational algebra, which is based on the operations on set, so this is called as a relational logic also. The next is a Boolean logic. So it is basically based on the operations on Boolean variables. So so it is a Boolean algebra. It is called and the predicate logic, or it is called the predicate algebra, which is basically operations based on the well-formed formula or propositions, also called the predicate propositions. So it is very interesting that the fuzzy logic like relational logic, Boolean logic and predicate logic, it also deals with some elements. The elements on which this fuzzy logic depends is called as a fuzzy set, and it is also alternatively called as a fuzzy algebra. So, and another interesting fact is that the fuzzy logic essentially combine the different algebras like relational algebra, Boolean algebra, and predicate algebra together. So it is basically a mixture of the different mathematical languages, that is relational algebra, Boolean algebra, and predicate algebra, to define another new language, that is the fuzzy logic. Okay, so the combination of this algebra, or we can say that the combination of these mathematical languages are called as a by using these mathematical languages, the combination of these mathematical languages define another new language, that is called as a fuzzy logic. Then, so the word fuzzy may not be new to us. So if we search dictionary, the meaning of fuzzy is not clear, or it is called as a noisy. So it is like that. If we are considering the example, some picture or image. Okay. So in the image, that means not clear. Okay, so some sort of picture or image is not clear. So whatever the wording in this given image, so it is clear. We may say that it is not clear, or there are many noise in that image. So the image is a noisy, or we can say that this image is a fuzzy. So in other word, we can understand the meaning of the fuzzy if we see it's a antonym. Okay, so the antonym of fuzzy is a crisps. So now crisps in the sense that if we say there are two regions, and if we say the boundary, if the boundary is not clear, then we can say that the two regions are separated fuzzily. Or on other hand, if there is a strong boundary by which we can say easily distinguish two regions clearly, then we can say that the boundaries is a creeps. Okay. If the two regions are separated fuzzily, okay, so we can say that the image is a fuzzy or a boundaries is a fuzzy. Okay, we can easily distinguish two regions clearly. Then we can say that the boundary is a creeps. Okay, so this way we can understand the fuzzy versus creeps. So the next concept is a fuzzy logic versus crisp logic. So how the two logic maybe say logic with fuzzy set and logic with crisp set. Okay, so in a previous slide we discussed fuzzy example and crisp example. If the two boundaries are separate, not separated, so these two regions are called as a fuzzy boundaries. Okay, so if we can easily distinguish two regions clearly, then we can say that the boundary is a creeps. Okay, so in this slide we discuss the difference between fuzzy logic and creeps logic. So the fuzzy logic versus creeps logic. So how the two logic, maybe say logic with fuzzy sets and logic with creeps set. Okay, so I say here set anyway. So I will discuss about what exactly the creep set it is. So the fuzzy logic versus Scripps logic. Now say if we ask some question and then ask to that question if has the clear meaning, then we can say that the answer is having the Krebs answer. Okay. So in the first diagram. Okay, so this is our Krebs diagram. So in this diagram, if we are having the question and the answer to that question is has the clear meaning. Okay, so then we can say that the answer is having the Krebs answer. Okay, so the Krebs answer usually expressed in the form of either yes or no, or we can say that in a true or a false. Okay, so like this. The Krebs answer in the form of a yes or no or true or false, like this. So as an example, suppose the question is that we have to identify a liquid now. Okay. So in this second diagram, we have to identify a liquid. Okay. So the liquid in the form of milk, liquid like milk, water, coca, and Sprite. So these are the all these types of all these milk, water, coca, and Sprite are in the form of a liquid. So give then if we ask the question that is the liquid colorless. Okay. So the another question is that so liquid is colorless. So now you have to give the answer in terms of only two things, yes or no, or in the form of true or false condition also. So then it is called the Krebs answer. Okay. So we have one question here. First question is that the liquid form. So milk is also liquid, water, coca, Sprite. So both all these four types are in the form of a liquid. So the second answer is the liquid is colorless. So we have to answer in terms of only two things, yes or no. Okay, that is Krebs answer, yes or no. So then it is called as a Krebs answer. So this way we can understand exactly the Krebs system. So this is our Krebs system. Then so an alternative to Krebs system, the fuzzy answers. Let us see how the fuzzy answers can be like. Okay, so in the first slide we discuss what is the Krebs logic and example of the Krebs logic. So versus fuzzy logic. The second slide is based on the fuzzy logic. Okay, so if we ask the question and the answer can be many instead of two solid answers. Okay, so the answer may be the fuzzy answer may be, may not be, absolutely, partially, etc. So there are many forms, many values for the same answer. So this is basically the concept of a fuzzy answer. Okay. So in the fuzzy logic, we have the answers in the form of maybe, may not be, absolutely, partially, etc. So this is called as a fuzzy answer. But in a Cripps answer, we have only two forms: yes or no, or true or false. Okay. So this is our fuzzy logic versus Cripps logic. Next, so I can illustrate the concept with an example. So there is here is one example. Say that the fuzzy system is like the question is in the person is honest or not. Okay, and a person is given as an input. Let them are the Ankit or Rajesh, Santosh, Kavita, Salmon, like. Okay. So if we ask the question, is the person honest? Say Ankit. So their answer may be extremely honest, very honest, honest at times, extremely dishonest. So now, so for a question, unlike the Cripps question, for the fuzzy question or for a questions the fuzzy answers, unlike the Cripps answer may have the different what is called as the answer. So now, so this is different answer. If it is there for the same question, then which is the correct answer actually? So because all the seems to be accepted or rejected. Extremely honest, very honest, honest at times, extremely dishonest. Okay. So all these answers seems to be acceptable or rejectable. So now which answer is there? Okay. So Ankit is honest, Rajesh is honest, and Santosh is honest, Kapita is honest, or Salman is honest. Okay. So among these all the answers, which answer is the correct answer, or which answer is there? So now we can give a score to each answer. We have to score for we have to generate the scores for this answer. So here, for example, the extremely honest score is a 99. For very honest, the score is a 75. Honest at times, the score will be 55, and extremely dishonest, the score is a 35. So this means that if it is a two valued answer, like say Cripps answer, then only two and then score will be the 100 and another is a 0, whatever it is there. So but here the difference but here the different values for the score generated. So this means that the answer which is very honest, it is also the correct, but correct with the validity score, it is called the 75. Okay. So very honest, the score will be 75. So now obviously the question that arises that how we how we know what is the score actually. Okay. So we will discuss about that how the score for an answer can be calculated, and that can be tagged into that answer to signifying that how the answer is significant or how answer is acceptable. So for the question is concerned. So anyway, so the idea is that there are the answer is called as a fuzzy answers for a given question, unlike the Cripps answer. Thank you.